Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Friday the 12th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning fairly early, got up around quickly. Dogs needed out, need to be taken care of and all that good fun stuff. Had to get up a little earlier than normal too, because my wife was getting up early so she could get off to work. She had to get in early. She had some heavy appointments that she had to get wrapped up and get paired for, and all kinds of good fun stuff with that always adds for a little extra stress in her life that I hate to see, but it is what it is. So she went ahead, she was getting up, she got there quickly, got the dogs out, got them all fed, basically was hanging out in the morning, had a few things to get taken care of, nothing really major, but went ahead and decided I was going to run down, had to go feed some cats. I got that done, got that taken care of, got back, hang out with the dogs for a little bit, and then basically had another dog getting dropped off. He got dropped off midday or so. I was gonna be coming over, so I decided, well, before that happens, I'm gonna run down to Mims and check out a place that I guess is a dealership, lack of a better term, for companies who manufacture metal buildings, and then they set a few of them up on your property. You become a commission salesperson basically for them, and you move on. And I was told by other people around here that they do great work and so on and so forth. So I thought, well, go down and check it out. And I got there, I realized I'd been there before, and their buildings they have are like old as hell. Like they didn't put them on base or nothing. It's like they're sagging, the doors don't open and stuff. The buildings are filthy. Nobody's bothered washing. The sales staff is crap. I'm just like, man, you gotta be kidding me. The only company I've had that I've been told is does good work is complete jackass to deal with, and the sales commission side of it. But I was doing stuff, walked around outside the whole thing. I got there actually first pull up and saw an old man sitting out front, and he didn't waved and nothing. So that's fucking weird. So I wandered around the building a little bit, looked at the building stuff, hope to come back in. As I walked in the building, there's just a door that says open, it's a full wooden door, you can't see nothing. It feels like I walked in somebody's house. I opened the door up, and as I open the door up and stuff, I look and I see like a full kitchen, living room, I see cabinets, stove, refrigerator, all kinds of weird stuff. I'm like, what the fuck am I at? Like, is it not the right door? Like, where the hell's going on here type thing? And I'm like, this makes no sense at all. So I'm like, okay, whatever. And then lady to the right, there's like a little office there they've built into it. And she goes, courier, are you the courier? Something about the courier? Is that the courier again? I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, huh? And then she's on the phone, so I don't know if talking to me or talking to somebody else, and kind of look around. And the old man who was sitting on the front porch had got up and walked around behind me. And she looks at me and goes, are you the courier package? And I'm like, me? I'm like, because you're on the phone, I don't know what the hell's going on here. And she's like, yeah. And I said, no, I'm here trying to look at buildings. Like, just a simple thought of like, hey, hello, I'm Jill, whatever the hell her name is, and so on and so forth. Might have been helpful, but no, not the case. Just started yelling courier at me a lot, because apparently she thought I was a courier package delivery guy. I have no fucking clue. So I'm like, what the hell? So that's where I was trying to look at buildings, trying to get some information and stuff about having a building put up. And she was like, oh. And then the old man walks in behind me. She goes, hey, can you help me? He goes, no, I'm leaving soon. I was like, okay. And he was like super aggressive over it. And I was like, there you go, buddy. So, and again, that's a dude who works here. They sell buildings, and they also are like a real estate office. And this guy chose to sit out front of the porch and ignore me completely. And instead of like, I don't know, ask me, maybe I'm here to buy a house or God knows what, sell a farm, who the hell knows. But yeah, so I was like, there you go. She goes, okay. And she hollers at somebody else. And this, I don't know, young 20-something-year-old nerd comes out of an office, and he's trying to help me. And his first thing is, well, let's walk back here to my computer, sit down on my computer, and so I'm like wanting to go point at buildings, like, hey, what is this, style of trim called? What's that door called? Blah, blah, kind of stuff. He goes down, sits down on the computer, which, by the way, I've seen their same website. He starts like, oh, we just punched it here on the computer. And I'm like, what the fuck am I doing talking to you people? Like, all I'm doing is looking at the computer. Why am I here? I'm like, I want to see somebody I can talk to in person, real life human beings, so on and so forth. And you guys suck as human beings. So now I got to go somewhere else, because I'm just like, I'm not doing it. And then the process of talking about it, like getting a permit, all that kind of stuff and whatnot. And he said that the town I'm in, the county I'm in, blah, blah, whatever, they have site-specific plans. So I have to have them drawn up for my personal property for what I put up. I can't just go like, hey, this is the plans for these type of buildings, this is what I want to put up. And he tells me I have to have personal plans drawn up, which is $500-600. And I'm like, okay. Plus they want 16% deposit on the building. understand completely before you start cutting the building up and then whatnot. I don't know if they think I'm gonna make payments on the rest or pay at delivery. Didn't get into that part at all, but not a concern. And then he tells me the deposit is 100% non-refundable, and reminds me of this multiple times in this process. I'm like, excuse me? I'm like, okay, I don't want to put a deposit down. I just want to design, if I decide to design my building the way I want it, and then I want to pay for the plans. I'll pay the $500-600 for the plans. That's what you're charging me, so I'll pay it. Take that to my permitting office. Then if they give me permission to build it, then I'll order the building from you, put the 16% down, and move on. And his answer was, no, you cannot. You cannot buy the plans that you're paying us to do the work for unless you give us the 16% deposit. And I'm like, excuse me? I'm like, how dumb is this shit? So apparently it's gonna cost me like $3 grand to have a risk. I gotta put like 16% down. I gotta gamble $3,000 basically to get the plans drawn up and a deposit on a building that I may walk in the commission office and go, nope, absolutely not. That building's the wrong shape, wrong size, wrong color, wrong what the hell ever, and you can't have. I'm just out all that money. And then I'm like, oh, have a great day. So again, the whole site specific plans for the city, county, $500-600. It sucks, but that's something they're requiring. I can do it, which it is what it is. Part of me is thinking like, well, then just go find me a building. You guys sell buildings all the time. Find me a building almost exactly like this that was sold in my county. Grab their plans. I'll give you $150 for those plans that have been drawn. Either modify them, just put the door within the spot I want it, and or just put my address on it and then move on from there. But nope, I got to pay the 16% deposit for they'll write me the plans, which is absolutely ridiculous. Which I understand they're writing the deposit if they give me free plans. They don't want to do that work of writing the site specific plans unless they have commitment to buy, and that's not the case. So yeah, I was like, okay, whatever. So, and it is what it is. So yeah, went ahead from there. He gave up, said the hell, it came back and didn't even look at their website because I was like, I don't want to deal with these people. That's the service I get when they're trying to get me to give them my money. I cannot imagine how bad the service is going to be when something goes wrong or I have to deal with something else. So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. The one thing is just, yeah, building not that much money, you know, not that expensive a building, but I still got to get concrete poured, got to get permitting back and forth, then I got to get it put up, I get insulated, and it becomes $50,000 real quick. But we better than $175. I was quoted to put up a block garage. So yeah, not happy with the whole thing there. So that was a waste trip down. While I was there, got a mom called and told me that my package was in from Amazon, which I ordered a new hot head for my 3D printer, and hopefully I get to printing again, get that stuff working. I was hoping to print a little coaster holder for Tiffany and Paul's party, and printer had got screwed up, so I couldn't do it. So I have the coasters, I'm giving them now. So went ahead and got back to the house, got my run in. Dog got dropped off, everything's good there. Dog's a little bit standoffish and stuff with the new dogs, but they all got along good. Went got my run in, got back, grabbed a shower. Then my wife got home from work early so she could get ready for our party we're going to tonight, and get some friends of ours that they called it the greatest party they ever threw or something last year. And it was actually their wedding reception, but didn't tell anybody they got married. So it was a whole kind of whatnot. I'm not sure if there was an issue with not wanting to deal with people at the wedding they want to mess with or what they think it is. So went to that. They had it again this year. They had on 1 year later, but last year was a music theme, and this year is a sci-fi theme in the process. So we dressed up as like an alien. I was riding piggyback on like a blow-up alien uniform, and she was like a alien waitress with the wigs and the whole glitter and the whole 9 yards and stuff. So we headed up to it, and we got there and we were hanging around a little bit, just kind of talking to a few people and whatnot. And I told my wife, I'm like, oh man, it's so nice they got a DJ here, but it's not blaring loud, so everybody kind of chat and talk a little bit and have ourselves a nice little communicative time, and had some food, and they had it catered and whatnot. It's a nice little party and had a good time, and sure enough, just kept getting louder and louder and louder, and we were literally, I don't know, 2 feet apart, and it went like me, Tony, then like Tanner, and I literally couldn't talk to Trevor because there was Tony between us, like, and we're sitting there at the table screaming our heads off, and I was like, oh, you gotta fucking be kidding me. So we said fuck it, and we weren't there that long. We were there a while, probably 3 hours, not quite 2.5 hours, and it was probably, I don't know, an hour and a half too long because the music was so damn loud. And they cranked the sound up so much that it was like clipping the speakers. So not only is it loud, it's now distorted. It sounds like shit. So, but we headed home, basically took off, had a good time. We got to see a few people, like I said, we hadn't seen before in a while. And it was partly because of the fact that it was so loud. We didn't have a chance to meet really anybody else, because you kind of talked to other people for like a moment when the music was down low. You had a chance to like, hey, your name is blank, my name is blank, whatever the hell it is. But when it gets that loud, unless you know the person, you don't want to feel like you're screaming at somebody, because you just feel like you're mad all the time, screaming at like, what are you, like, no. So yeah, happy to get home. I expected Mom to already be in bed, and she wasn't, so she was still up. So we got in, dogs barked, of course, the door and whatnot, but got up, got in, realized all Dad had stuff to do and whatnot, that I didn't have a cigar all day, which is really weird for me. Almost always smokes at least a cigar, often a few cigars, but didn't have one today. So yeah, that was kind of interesting with me. I didn't even take any with me to the party because I knew they'd change locations. I figured there's no chance of smoking on the patio or nothing, so no patio at this one, overlooking the water. The last one was last year's party, had a nice little patio, which I was like, yeah, all good to go. So went ahead and hung out there, got back, and it was late enough, and I was just like, yeah, going to bed. So I grabbed myself some chips for a snack and headed in, watched an episode of Golden Girls, wrapped it up, and called it a night. So that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.